Hi. How are you? Welcome to the fun. I have a cute new project tonight, and I have everything everywhere. So let me get it together for a minute, and then we'll move on. Okay? How are you? I hope you all had a great day today. Happy Monday. Happy almost Thanksgiving, actually. Can you believe it's only a few days away now? I can't. I'm shocked, actually, at this turn of events. I don't know how this happened, but keyword tonight is the word snow. It's all set up and ready. Let me find my live, and then we'll go. Okay? Alright, I have paint and all kinds of stuff here. So I have some new cutouts that I listed on my Etsy. You can find them all on there now. I have some others that I'm cutting tomorrow that I will be posting then. But in the meantime, we can start painting some of these. Okay, so this one is a snow shovel. It says snow on it, and it has the cutest little snowman face, which I'm certain that you all are going to love it. Let's get that, and then this, and that's the snow that goes on there. And then this one piece, so I need to do a couple of things here. I don't know if I can do it well, but we can do that. And then this piece needs to go up here. Okay, or here, I'll put this one here. Hey Trace, how are you? I'm a little, I don't know, out of sorts right now, but I'm getting there. I need some white paint. Let's start with that. It'll be easiest if we start with the white and then go from there, because we will have to do multiple coats, and you know me. I want to get this started. I should have probably painted a single base coat first, but you all can hang out with me while I do it. So I'm just trying to get a basic first coat down, make it nice and thin, and I'm trying my best not to put too much paint on my little foam brush here for the face. Probably did too much, but that's okay, so that I don't go into the score lines. And then, of course, for the letters, I'm doing a little too much paint on this already, but it'll be fine. Okay, so I have a go-by. I'm copying this, the paint from the original project, because I love it and I can't be helped. Okay, so I think I have it in my head. I don't need to flip back and forth, but I have a cute like piece of fabric for the bow and a little bow that I tied from my favorite whatchamacallit, jute. I don't know why my brain doesn't work half the time. I'm going to paint just the, like, up to here on the actual shovel piece, okay? And you'll see why here in a second. But I'm going to do the first coat. I'm going to actually go ahead and get both coats down on this part so that it can dry. And then we'll come back to it here in a few. So I'm going to go down a little ways and then try to get that nice. There. Hey Joanne, how are you? Hey Stace. Welcome, girls. Alright, get this fully dried. And then I'm going to do one more layer so I can set it to the side and not have to worry about this piece again. This thing is 18 inches tall. I think it's 9 inches wide. It does come with a new easel that I'll show you how to put it together. Or you can just make this one a leaner. It does not have to use the easel. But it's kind of a new and different easel that I've never used before. So I'll show you how that one works at the end of this thing. It's kind of different. And as for like storing it, I'll show you, but I would probably like get a little bit of tape or something and tape it to the back, like whenever you go to put it up for the season, so that you don't lose the piece, okay, the easel piece, because it could easily be taken. Okay, I think that's good. Just simple. Okay, get that extra paint off there, because I'm a nightmare when I paint. Okay, and then this piece we'll do separately here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and do the nose really fast and this handle piece with kind of a brown color. But I have this like burnt orange I wanted to use for the nose. I don't really like a bright orange for a snowman nose. I'm just really not into an orange color, so I figured, I don't know, I prefer like a darker orange nose. But if you want to use a bright orange, you do you. Okay? Do what you like, alright friends? Okay, so I think I'm probably good there. I may not even need to do a second coat on that. I'm going to use this burnt orange though. I mean burnt orange. Burnt umber for the handle only. So I'm just putting like the tiniest bit over here because I'm trying not to waste paint, but. And then we'll come back and do the second coat on the white here in just a minute after I get the gray done on the shovel itself, like on the middle part. But get all the little bitty pieces done first, and then we'll transfer over to this one. So I have this gray, it's just called gray. Okay, hi Sylvia. How are you? Hey Kathy, what's going on? I mailed your stuff today, by the way, Kathy. Sorry it took me a little while. I've been preoccupied. Well, I've been so busy. This past weekend was very busy for me. And then, so I had my Friendsgiving event with my girlfriends on Saturday night, which I think I told y'all about that, right? And then, I came home, went to bed, and then on Sunday I had a hair appointment, which I went and got my hair done, which I love doing that, right? I had to do it in the morning. It was great, but when I got home, and then, I went to the mall. Hello. Yeah, so I went to the mall by my house on my way home to go pick up a few Christmas presents that I needed to get. And y'all, the mall by my house, instead of parking like in the parking lot, I valeted my car for $10. And I'll tell you right now, my life will forever be changed, okay? I will do that from now to the end of time. I don't care. It was so worth it. Just to not have to worry about trying to find a parking spot and walking 10,000 miles because there was every person on planet Earth was at the mall this weekend. And then whenever I got home from that, I was so tired that I went to sleep. I took a nap at 4 o'clock, and then I just woke up at 8 and ended up going back to sleep for the rest of the night. And then I did wake up at like 5 a.m., but then I just went back to sleep again and slept until I had to get up at 7:30, which was amazing, I tell you. Okay, so there's the gray just on the snow, on the shovel. Now, I didn't do the bottom part because that's going to be covered by snow. Not super concerned with it. I'm going to try, see if I can balance that one over there. And then we'll come back to this and paint these one more time. See, this is that like little snowbank that goes on the shovel. So, apparently there's been a tornado warning, around here all day. There was one tornado I know that touched down kind of far from me. But I guess there's been tornado warnings here in the Houston area. Well, all day long I've been hearing this very strange noise. And I didn't know what it was, y'all. It's been driving me absolutely bonkers. It sounds like it was coming from outside. And I don't know what it was, right? And so my nephew came inside earlier and I cornered him. And I told him, "Hi, Joni, how are you?" I told him, "I'm hearing a weird noise. I'm going insane. What is happening to me? Have you heard it too?" He literally looked at me like it was time for me to be admitted to the loony bin, okay? And then when Chris gets home, I said the same thing to him. And he says, "Well, there's a message on the alarm over here that there was a tornado warning or whatever, so that's probably what it was." And y'all, I feel dumb a lot of the time, okay? Like, 9 times out of 10, things that I say and do are really stupid, okay? But this one takes the cake because I've been listening to that all day long. And it's been kind of a dinging noise. Almost, it sounded like some kind of work was going on outside and literally making me crazy. Hi, Sam. Yeah, I'm going to add some other details on the shovel. You can comment the word snow and go grab this for yourself, okay? So you can make this project too. I do have, where is it? Anyway, so that's what I've been listening to all day, literally all day long, and thinking I'm just going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Well, I don't think I guess I wasn't, because Chris turned that little buzzer off, and now I haven't heard it again, so. I did seriously think I was losing it. And I'm glad I didn't. I was thinking, like, maybe I should post something on our neighborhood page. Like, am I the only one that's losing my mind today? Can y'all hear that? You know how stupid I would really feel if I let my neighbors know how dumb I am? I mean, I'm telling all of you, so it's fine, but thought I was going crazy. Okay, so this is just my painter's tape, okay? I'm going to make some stripes on this today. And I'm going to take one little piece and add it as my spacer, okay? And then now, I didn't wax this or anything. Hopefully I'm not going to regret that. But I just got to be gentle whenever I pull up the tape, okay? That's my strategy. I love that dryer. You need to get it. It's on my Amazon list. And actually one of my customers sent it to me. I love it. It's so good. And it's like a heat tool. So it dries paint really fast. I need to try and use it for ink. Not to heat set ink, but just to dry it a little bit before you heat set it. I don't usually, I mean, sometimes I try to like blow dry the ink, but you don't have to. You don't have to. I've heat set it without doing that at all. But some people swear by that. I don't care about that. We're going to use red, okay, and make us some stripes. So I'm just going to do this real simple, okay? But yeah, you should definitely order this heat tool because it's pretty great and it dries everything really quick. I didn't know about it. I've seen other people use it. I thought it was just a regular blow dryer, so I wasn't concerned because I was using my quick dry tool. But this one, it doesn't blow as hard as the quick dry tool, but it's way hotter. So I really like that because it dries stuff really fast. But yeah, one of my great customers sent that to me. It's really sweet. For just out of nowhere, she said, "What's your address?" and sent it to me. And I'm like, well, how sweet are you? Okay, now I'm hoping this is going to give me a really good crisp line. I'm going to go all the way up here. I don't have to or need to, but I'm going to anyway, because that handle part's going to cover it. Hi, Callie! Probably, yeah, that's where that, tornado was, wasn't it? I'm probably like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes from there. Probably like 20 miles, maybe. But yeah, I saw some Harris County, the Harris County Constable posted earlier some photos that I saw of the damage from that tornado. Yes. I have a marker, a Posca pen that's like a bright red that I really like. And also those Artex pens that I love, the ones that are like a marker, is also, there's a red one in that one too. I can send you the link to that if you want. I really love those pens, but they're not good for like big, I don't like to use them on really big stuff. It might have worked on this though, maybe. But the Posca pens are kind of streaky if you use them on like a larger area. Okay, so let's pull that up while the paint's wet, and then, ooh, that's a nice line. But yeah, the Posca pen is red. And then the Artex one is good too. I love those pens. I highly recommend them. Depending on what you're using them for. And they're better, obviously, whenever you're painting little things. That's kind of weird. And I guess you have the... because I bought several sets of Posca, right? So I have like some like basic colors of the big ones. I have the little ones too. I don't like the little ones, the ones with the small tip. I have like the medium tip, and they're really good. But that red that was in there was good. The Artex does have like an orangey red and a regular red, so you gotta make sure that you're using the right one. Only problem with those pens is that the color on the lid is not always right. Does that make sense? It doesn't always look the way that the lid color looks. So that's my only complaint. But there is a true red in that pack. Alright, so there's my little, yeah, primary colors. I don't know. My brain doesn't work half the time whenever I'm trying to talk. Okay. I think this is good. I did pull out my Distress Oxide in pumice stone. It's a gray one. We're going to use that on the snow. I don't want to make it too dark like with the distressing, but I do want to distress it a little bit because it is a shovel, right? And snow is never clean when you're shoveling it. Or when you make a snowman. Did y'all know that? Like, I mean, I guess it can be sometimes if it's high enough snow. Everywhere I've ever lived, it's like dirt and grass mixed in with it. So I guess, I mean, that's just where I was living, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea. Never lived anywhere that snowed, like, a lot of snow. Hopefully I have a clean one of these little daubers. I guess I need to probably order some new ones. Oh, here's one that I have gray on. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I suppose I probably need, while I'm here, some blush for my snowman's face. Alright, so I'm just going to get some of this gray on here. Hopefully it's not dry. No, it's not. And I'm going to go along the top of my letters. There we go. and along the top of my snow. Well, it's been raining here all day. My poor dog has been missing out on getting to go outside pretty much most of the day, but sucks for him, you know what I'm saying? I'll have to, after my live, I'll take him out there and just go out there with him and just tell him just go pee, and he will. So it's funny because Dozer is kind of crazy, right? And so whenever he was a puppy, we would have to just let him out and wait for him to use the restroom. Well, now I can tell him, use the restroom, go pee, and he will do it, which is always amazing to me. Hi, Diane. How are you? I shipped your order today, by the way. It's amazing that I can tell him that, and he knows. It's weird as they grow up, the things that they learn, you know. But if I'm in a hurry, I'm like, hurry up and go. Or if I really need him to go number 2, I'll throw a toy for him a couple times, and usually that gets his system turbocharged, and then he can go. I'm going to use a little bit of this blush. It's just like an old blush that I had in my makeup bag for a long time that I don't use anymore. On his face. Okay? Give him a little bit of a rosy cheek. And then let me throw all of that back over there. And then I do want to do his eyes. And I have another pen that I think I might want to use actually instead, because I'm always afraid. So these are the Artex pens. They have a brush end and a regular end, and I was thinking, oh yeah, that's great. This is better than the Posca pens, because the Posca, that ink is just, it's hard to make it go on the line correctly, you know? And, oops. I need to go back over it one more time now. I'm just thickening it up. Can y'all hear that thunder? It's raging out there. Hopefully it'll just be rain and wind. No hail. Luckily my car is in the garage, but we do have another car in the driveway, and I really would like to not have hail damage on one of our vehicles again, because that was a giant pain. Okay, there's my little snowman face. Yeah, it's raining pretty good here right now, so I assume. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Sometimes it takes me a little longer to ship, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on what's going on here. Okay, so I'm going to put his nose on first. And y'all, I ordered new Stick Fast. I've been telling you for days that I had new Stick Fast that was here. Well, I opened all my packages today finally. And turns out I ordered the wrong one. And it was like a mini bottle. No wonder it was only like $12. Which this is a small bottle too. I need to probably order a bigger bottle. I know Tracy, I think you're the one that told me there's a giant bottle out there that you can buy. I haven't seen that on Amazon. But it was like half this size. I don't know what size this is, but it was like way smaller than this. And disappointing because it was the thin one, this one is the thick one. So if you order Stick Fast, make sure that you get the CA thick, okay? Now, I am going to do a little something with this. Now, I'm taking just that brown Well, you know, I'm tempted to not do that and to use white instead. So, oh man. Well, maybe. Oh, here it is. Y'all, that thunder's rattling my house. Yeah, I'm gonna use white. I was gonna use brown along the edges of this, but I think I'm gonna use white. So I'm just gonna use that same silver one that I had a second ago, which probably isn't a good plan, but I'm gonna just go along the edge. It's really coming down, I guess, out there. I don't know. Or maybe it's just noisy. I'm not sure. But this is the kind of time that I'm grateful that I'm in my craft room these days and not out in that shed that I was in Tennessee, because it would freak me out real bad whenever it would start raining real hard. I did not like that at all. Not at all, I tell you. All right. Now, I think that's okay for now. We'll see if I'm still happy in a minute. Let's move this over here. All right, so there's that, okay? And then, of course, the letters. Oh my gosh, this little snowman is so cute. What a cutie. All right. So anyway, now I have to wait for my... I had to reorder the stick fast today, so now I gotta wait for it to come in. So, of course, we'll be working with what we got for another little while longer. I do have another bottle over here that's like at the same level as this one is. Almost empty, that is. Okay. So line that up and get it set, and then I'm going to keep it tilted so that I don't have to keep on shaking it out. Let's do the W first, so I can put his nose above the W. I put a little bit of glue on the nose too, so that if it needs to stick to that W, it can, just to give it a little extra support. Oh, that's cute. I love it. All right. Oh, and then of course we have some little snowflakes. Yeah, it's pretty cute, huh? I'm glad y'all like this. So you can comment snow. Let me see if this one's any more. This one's a little better. That one's older than this one is. Maybe it's not better. I don't know. There it goes. I say that and then it doesn't come out any easier, so. Okay. There we go. Now, I don't know why I care if that lays over. It doesn't matter. It's not going to come out of there. Alright, so then this is all dry. We can place this right on here. Oh, that's really cute. We could distress this a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to or not, though. Maybe. After this is all said and done, we'll see. If I feel like I need to. Goodness gracious, y'all. Oh, yeah? That's an interesting thought because I hate the tip. On that one, I cut it too much and way too much flows out of it, which is aggravating. So I always like to stand these up and make sure that it's level with the base whenever I put it all together. Because, you know, I'm not great at lining things up ever, and I don't want it hanging over the edge. Now, this does have an easel like we talked about, okay? You could totally just make it a leaner, though. It doesn't have to have the easel on it. But I will show you how it works, if I can get this stupid glue to work. I have other glue over here. I don't know why. I'm insisting on using that. Although I haven't opened it in a while, so I don't know the status. Oh, glue myself to it. That's a requirement also. Okay, so there's that. And then I want to do some things really quick. Let me see. I'm going to get a little bit of white paint on this little cheapo brush, and I don't have a toothbrush in here anymore, so I resort to just doing this, which a toothbrush makes a giant mess anyways. I mean, so does this, but it's a little bit less of a giant mess. It's not quite as controlled of splatter marks though, okay? So just know it looks like real splatter marks whenever you use a paintbrush, but who cares? I don't care. Dry all of that. And then I'll show you how to put on the easel before we do. I have some embellishments here that I want to put on. And I have some little jingle bells. Let me put this all over here while I try this. Well, that would be handy. I'll have to look and see if I can find those tips for that glue, because I absolutely hate that. That I cut one of them is fine. The first one that I ever had, I don't know how I opened it, but I assume I cut it. I guess I did, but it doesn't flow out so much. I'm pretty sure that's why I went through that second bottle so fast. I feel like I went through it way faster than I did the first one. Because I cut the hole too big on the top of it. Okay. Alright. It's dry. See how fast that is? Alright, so let me do this. And then here's all these pieces, okay? So it comes with 3 of these little shapes. This easel does, okay? So all of those are going to get glued together here. And this thing just fits in there, okay? So just hold 1 second and let's glue this on first. So we'll glue on the first one. And I'm going to do it just right at the top of where that handle meets, okay? Put all 3 of them on there. Just glue one right to the next. And I am just using hot glue for this. You can use whatever. You could also make this a door hanger if you wanted to. Just put a little hanger here if you want. Whatever you like, okay? I'm going to make it a shelf sitter. I don't know if I'm going to actually put this in my house or not. We'll see. I don't know if I have anywhere I could put it. And then this just slides in here now. And it leaves it room to lean. Now, I'm going to wait until my glue's dry, and I'll show you in a minute. But I'm going to flip it back, and we're going to figure out how we're going to do this little greenery situation that we have. Yeah, I really I love Stick Fast. I love it and I hate it. Same as you. I'm gonna cut this end off. Hopefully I'm not cutting it too short. Give it a little bit of an end, but where's my husband when I need him? Oh, there we go. All right. I don't need no man to be cutting stuff for me. I do sometimes. Okay, I cannot use a bolt cutter to save my life, but I could cut that. Now, here's what I want to do. I'm going to put this on here, and I think the bow is going to go, I should have probably made that a little longer. I'm going to put the bow on there also, kind of, yeah, all right. I have an idea of how I'm going to do it, so I'm going to just go for it. Get that on there first, and then I'm probably going to have to go behind this and really enforce it, okay? Hey, Alma, how are you? Welcome to the party. I'm going to turn this a little bit, and do that. And then here's what I was thinking for all this business. So I tied this little bow. Y'all know I don't like to tie a bow in front of you because I'll embarrass myself and show you that it's hard for me to tie a bow, but this is what I'm thinking. And then I may or may not use those jingle bells. We'll see. But I think I'm gonna make it, yeah, I'll put it straight right here. I need more glue, darn it. Right there, just push that up a little bit and add more glue. Let me find a glue stick. I'll reinforce the sides of that bow too, right here. And here. And that could be the end of that, but I really like, I don't know what I like. I don't know. That's my problem. So I'm going to take, I have these other little pieces of smaller jute, and I'm going to just tie them onto a piece of jute so that I don't have to try and glue them to the thing. Maybe this is going to work. I don't know. We're going to find out together, okay? I had it in my head, and then now I don't know. All right? Y'all get it? Thank you. I'm glad you like this one. I am questioning my sanity right about now, but I've been questioning my sanity all day, actually, because of the whole bell thing that was happening to me earlier, but Chris came home and figured it out, why that bell was ringing. So I'm going to pull this down just a little and see if I can't. I don't know if I need the bells or not. I'm going to just tie it. I'm not going to glue it. In case if I end up hating it later, I'm going to take this off. Okay? We'll see. And then I'm going to leave the other little bow off of here. I think that's cute. And then I need to trim the excess on the back. But I think I'm good. I don't need anything more. Anyways, I think it's cute, right? Thanks. I'm glad you like it. So there's my shovel. Okay, now this piece just sits right in here. It just goes in. And earlier, if you've been on, you heard me say that when you go to store this thing, you're going to want to take this piece and tape it to the back, okay? I would just use like some painter's tape or something to tape it to the back whenever you store it so that you don't lose that piece, because if you lose it, then you don't have your stand and then you got to find something to lean it on, okay? But what do y'all think? Do you love it? I think it turned out pretty darn cute. It does stand up. This little easel is pretty great. And I'll be showing you some more stuff later this week. So come and hang out with me. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining. Keyword is snow, okay? Good night.